NXT Heatwave just ended. With with Carmelo Hayes retaining over Wes Lee for the NXT World Heavyweight title, the NXT title. And so we're gonna do a recap. Hey guys, AW here in World Order, presenting you latest SmackDown, my wrestling and sports channel for your wrestling and sports related content. If this is your first time here, please subscribe. Also, make sure to smash that like button down below, and also share us on all social media platforms and so on. Thank you guys. So this is the NXT Heatwave results and review and results. I'm not gonna go long on this review. But yeah, like I just said in the beginning, as my intro, Carmelo Hayes retains over Wes Lee, the NXT title, on this special NXT show, Heatwave. Okay? And so let's go over the show quickly as possible. I'm not gonna go long, like I said. I don't want to make these reviews 30 minutes, 40 minutes. I'm trying to make them 10 to 15 max. So even maybe shorter. So let's kick the show off. And yes, that's kind of true. My title. Okay, and I'm gonna edit it later, guys. Don't worry if it needs to be edited. So okay. We kicked off the show with Trick Williams taking on Ilya Dragunov in the opening match. As you know, Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes decided to go their separate ways. Right? Trick Williams wants to prove himself separately, and Carmelo needs to prove himself separately as a champion, right? So that's decided to go to separate ways. But Trick went to prove himself against Ilya, and you know Ilya Dragunov is very intense, right? He's very intense, and his wrestling style is very intense, right? You know, he's an intense guy, right? And this match is a really good opening match. I really like this match. Trick Williams, gave him his best, but if it's not enough for Ilya, he kicked out of his finisher Trick, but unfortunately, that was an instinct move. He had nothing left, so Dragunov decided to go off the top turnbuckle, off the top rope with his finisher and get to 1, 2, 3 over Trick Williams. And Dragunov gets the winner. Good opening match. Good opening, solid match to open up NXT Heatwave. Right? Okay. Now, some backstage segments happened around this time. You see Nathan Fraser. I almost said Nathan Carter because his last name used to be Carter. Nathan Fraser come up to a meditating Tyler Bates, who was in this zone, right? He's meditating. He asked Tyler Bates to watch his back in the British Heritage Cup that he has later tonight. Right? And we see another backstage segment of Judgment Day, just Rhea and Dom. They have a match later on. Mustafa Ali comes in. And, wants the North American title. And Dom basically says he doesn't really care about the North American title. He cares about Rhea. And Rhea's like, you have 10 seconds to leave. And Mustafa Ali is like, that's how much he lasts, right? 10 seconds. You get the idea, the joke there. What Mustafa Ali did there, okay? They got this other match, Ivy Nile versus Ava Raine, who is The Rock's daughter, and she's being accompanied by the Schism, right? This is her first singles match. She's been in matches before. She's been in a singles match on not televised events, and she had actually, I believe, over the weekend she got her first win. But this is a televised singles match, and it's short because she's learning to demonstrate what she can do. She's obviously powerful, a couple body slams here and there, but in the end, Ivy Nile gets the win with the Dragon Sleeper, and the Cult, the Schism, all circled the ring, going to attack her, and she drop kicks each member, and she was going after Ava, but she got pulled by 2 Schism members to safety, supposedly, and this leads on to things later on the night, which we'll get to. I know what, we'll get to it now. We'll continue that now, and then we'll get to the stuff continue on. Okay. So, as you know, Ava Raine being covered by two schism managers outside in this area, specific area, basically baiting Ivy Nail to come there, right? Come there to get her to come there, right? Baiting her. As the show went on, Ivy Nail shows up, and Ava's like, "Boy, get him!" But it turns out the two people behind her were the Creed brothers. They pull off their masks, the Creed brothers, and Ivy Nail basically, we don't know what she did. She obviously kidnapped. They kidnapped Ava Raine, or Ava as they call her now, and the Creed brothers demanded a match with the Dryads at NXT next week in a cage match, and if they win, they get reinstated. And then later on in this night, Casey and the Dryads, they were pissed, challenging the morality of the everybody, and so yeah, pretty much they accepted because they want Ava back, obviously, because they treat her like family. Okay, so yeah. Also, so we're gonna get to this next match. The British Heavyweight Cup, the real Heavyweight Cup holder, Nathan Frazer versus Nolan Dar. Frazer accompanied by Tyler Bate, Nolan Dar accompanied by his crew, Les Legend, Asada Jack. I don't know, like the other two. I'm blanking on them. And this went 6 rounds. The first round, the first round was a draw. The second round, well, I couldn't see it because it went to the commercial break, but in Canada, I didn't show it, but I'm sure in the USA Network, you might have seen it. As you know, Noam Dar got the first win. He managed to take out Tyler Bate. He had to be held backstage, taken backstage, because I did not see him in the rest of the match. And for about 2 or 3 rounds, it was still 1-0. The fourth round was 1-0. And in the fifth round, Nathan Frazer got the win to make it 1-1. They go to the 6th round, the final round, and if it ends in a tie, Nathan Frazer retains. But in the end, he misses his finishing the splash of 450. Nolan Dar gets the win. Obviously, Nathan Frazer got distracted. Nolan Dar gets the win and becomes the official winner in a new Heritage Cup Classic, British Heritage Classic winner again for the 3rd time in his career. And later on tonight, him and his crew are celebrating the victory. He gets a FedEx letter, and there's going to be like a tournament or something held who's going to be next in line for that cup. And also, there's a backstage segment with Thea Hill. She's still fresh with Andre Chase with what happened against Tiffany Stratton when he threw in the towel. We also get a backstage segment with Drew Gulak, Kempf, and Dempsey. And you see a guy is training on the tutelage of Gulak. Said, no sir, I don't get tired. And it obviously gets he's being held in a submission by Dempsey, because he was tired. He was sweating all that. The guy, yeah. And then we're gonna get to our next match, which is Dragon Lee and Lyra Valkyrie. No segment. We'll get to our segment. The next segment is when Tiffany Stratton comes out. Cut a promo, and she says she's the best champion ever in NXT, better than Bayley, better than Charlotte Flair, better than Sasha Banks, better than Becky Lynch. And we all know, if you watch NXT for a long time, Becky Lynch was never an NXT Women's Champion. She's interrupted by Gigi Dolan, once again interrupted by Kiana James, then Blair Davenport. They make fun of Blair Davenport and her getting her ass whipped in the gas station store, the market store, whatever, supermarket store by Roxanne. Roxanne comes out and says he has something to say to Tiffany, and she just punches Tiffany, and a brawl breaks out. And as you know, later on, Tiffany's being interviewed backstage because people she saw on Twitter, she's very quick, very smart. People are trolling her, say Becky was never NXT Women's Champion. Tiffany responded to that, and then there's a match next week to name the number 1 contender for the NXT Women's title. It's between obviously Gigi Dolan, Kiana James, Blair Davenport, and Roxanne Perez. Whoever wins is going to be in line for the title, for the NXT Women's title Tiffany Stratton holds. Now we get to the mixed tag team match between Lyra Valkyrie, Dragon Lee versus Judgment Day, Dom, and Rhea Ripley. Very good match. Lyra Valkyrie held her own again. Dragon Lee very good. Always very good Dragon Lee. If you ever seen him in other stuff besides WWE, NXT, you see him in some stuff in ROH. A little bit in AEW, he's always good. Him and his brother. It's good. Lyra Valkyrie is really, really good. She's good in the ring. They're very high on her for ever working with Ripley. This match was a good match. The way it ended, I did not expect this to end like this. I expected Judgment Day to get the win. But it made sense here with Raquel Rodriguez coming here to attack Rhea Ripley, to distract Rhea Ripley. All right? And then Dragon Lee gets the pin over Dom. So Lyra Valkyrie and Dragon Lee win. Next, we got Von Wagner versus Baron Corbin, which wasn't a match. This match never happened. They were beating each other outside in the ring, driving them to ring posts and to ring steps. Von Wagner was going to try to put Baron Corbin through a table, but once again, Braun Breaker comes out of nowhere and spears Von Wagner. So they're obviously going to set up something between Von Wagner and Braun Breaker. Well, they are setting it up. They already just set it up a couple weeks ago, but they're continuing that. So yeah, we'll be on lookout for that. Before we get to the main event, we get Trick Williams or Carmelo Hayes, backstage, just reminiscing, wish Trick is wishing Carmelo Hayes good luck. There might be a little friction brewing here. Maybe Trick Williams might be eventually, turn heel and go after Carmelo Hayes. Oh yeah, and there was a point earlier where Ilya Dragunov and Dragon Lee had a standoff backstage about the NXT titles. Ilya Dragunov still wants the NXT champion, and Wesley was insinuating that he doesn't think that Ilya Dragunov doesn't think that he's gonna that Wesley is gonna win the title. That he's gonna win the title, and then he's gonna face Carmelo Hayes once again. So we get to the main event. Very good main event with Dragon Lee and Carmelo Hayes. Wesley. I know. Put a lot of effort into this match. It's just shorter than I expected. I guess they're running out of time. I wonder if the Baron Von Wagner match was cut so they could put this match on. Obviously, this main event match is a little bit more important than the Baron Corbin Von Wagner match. I don't know. But yeah, this match was good. Carmelo won with his leg drop off the top rope, and gets the 1, 2, 3, and that's the show ending. And yeah, that's NXT Heatwave. Pretty solid show. Let's see where this goes. Next week, we got the cage match between Dryads and the Creed Brothers. And Creed Brothers win. They get reinstated back to NXT. Be hired, I guess. And the Fatal 4-Way Women's #1 title match, contenders match, to face Tiffany Stratton. Down the line, down the road, whatever. Kiana James, Gigi Dolan, Roxanne Perez, and Blair Davenport. But yeah, solid stuff. Yeah. Do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, and comment below.